Okay, I want to welcome everybody to another video here. Welcome guys, this is another art video and we're back in Manga Studio, also known as Clip Studio or Clip Studio Paint. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at some more ways of sketching basic human figures. By no means do my videos intend to be just like tutorials unless I do say as such. It's just I'm just sharing with you ways that I create art, okay, my own art. So let me just turn the music down a little bit just so you can hear me a bit better. Okay, leave it like that. I'm going to get rid of what I have on the screen here. I'm just sharing with you what I do, okay, like methods of the ways I create art and from my own studies and practice, and just sharing with you guys, okay. I believe all artists can learn from each other too. So let's do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add a couple of layers. Sorry, I've got a background layer there, which is just a colour. Then I'm gonna. Sometimes you might want to turn the background down, like in brightness. Need to rasterize that first by going to layer, rasterize. Just the way things work in this software. Edit, tonal correction, brightness and contrast, turn the brightness down. Okay, now turning the opacity down on this first layer. We're going to do some circles again, just roughly. Turn it even further down, the opacity. I'm just going to do a few random overlapping circles and stuff, okay, in different positions. Now straight away you can see that they're totally random, and we're going to basically quickly drop some shoulders on there and hip lines, okay, and you can see the spines going through here, okay. Basically for this one I'm going to have it like this person's, for some reason, okay, maybe don't forget, I want to say, okay, the circles, we're going to like actually ignore the size of them to some degree unless stated, okay. Like for a woman's hips would be much wider than a man's, things like that. But in this case I'm just using the circles and just treating them as though they're all the same, and whatever changes I do I'll just draw on them, okay. So I'm going to add them a line there for the hips and a line there for the head. Obviously a head's not going to be that big and a hip's that small, okay. So here, oh that's the head, sorry, excuse me. Your head should not be between your body and your hip and your hips. Okay, but as I say, these are basically bodies that I'm just breaking into two parts. So I'm going to put this arm's going to be here, the other arm's going to be on the other side. This hip's going to be here, and the other hip's more or less parallel. This one I'm going to do like this, one high, one low. Kind of, this one's closer to us. There. This one we'll do just like this and that. Got the random ones there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the arms and legs, but before I do the arms and legs, I'm going to draw some faces in. So I'm going to draw the guidelines for the faces I'm in. So this one's going to be here, looking in that direction. This one we can't really see because it's on the other side. It's like looking up there, basically. So we can't really do that one easily. I'll just draw the head on when I do it. This one here. This one just slightly looking round. And this one, I'll have it like this, maybe slightly further down. And now let's just get on to the fun part. I'm going to do the arms and legs. It's kind of hard to propose and imagine poses when you don't have them actually in a real space, like standing somewhere or sitting somewhere, or with a scene or some items that they could be using or something holding. I'm just going to work them the best I can. So I'm going to do a knee about, okay, let's see, I'm going to have this knee closer to us, so I'm going to do a little circle there, something like that. Let me think about that a bit better. Hold on, here, kind of square shape for the knee. And I'm going to draw like a circle to show it's coming towards us, the thigh. The knees, the foot's going to be further back down there, so I'll do like a foot shape. This leg's going to be just going straight down, I think. I have this one holding their stomach, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw two hands on the stomach, just two little marks there. Work out where the elbow's going to go. It'll be like this actually, so you might need to erase things as you go, as I say. If you want to put those spines in, do them as I say, you know. Put the spines in. Excuse me for not putting the spines in there, please excuse me for that. Curving that, so make sure you understand. Okay, that's one done. Now the other one's going to be like this. I'm going to have this hip just, this hand on the hip there. Okay, this one's going to be saying, come over here, man. This leg's going to be more or less straight, and then this leg's going to be here, and the foot's going to be back there. So it's just basically saying that we can see the leg shape. You see, and then the back of that's behind there. Okay, something like that. So this is there and then there. We'll do the shapes when we get around to it. When we do it, you know. These two, I'm going to have some crazy knees going across here. It kind of gets hard to see what the hell we're doing sometimes, but let me see. Or maybe I can have it. This character's like laying down or something, I think so. Okay, I'll have it like kind of hard to do because of the angle. We'll just have the two knees up close like that, and the feet there, and these about back down there. Okay. These yeah, those are the shoulders, right? Anyway, those are actually the shoulders, so I made a mistake there anyway. So the shoulders should be across here. Let me just erase that line. Okay, unless I think I got it round the wrong way, didn't I? Because that was supposed to be the head anyway, the bottom part. So that's what it was. So let's put a head there. You get the idea. Yeah, I'm going to leave the other line there. Don't worry about that. Okay, so the arms are going to be like maybe holding the legs into place, something like that. This one's going to be just one hand by the side there, one there. There's different positions there. This one's going to be kind of sitting, I've decided. And this knee is going to be going across there, the foot's across there, basically, and that's like that. The hand on there, kind of a bit short, but we're going to go like that. So the hand's in front, maybe he's on the phone or something. This one's maybe just walking and they've noticed something behind them. Maybe just looking at the bags they're holding, going shopping or something. And you can see all the information's there. So if I turn these down now, okay, and we're just going to work with some blue shapes, I think, and just work some basic body parts in properly now. Then I will draw proper pictures, I really don't even have to bother. I'm doing these are just practice ones, you know. So let's just see what we get. Okay. So doing everything the right sizes now. I've not decided which ones are exactly going to be women or men, as I say. We can actually move that across just quickly. Good. Let's see. Yeah, so this is going to be here. Got the shoulder lines there. Just doing a basic human figure, you know. I'm not going to draw every finger in and stuff like that, you know. I may, as I say, I may adjust the sizes of different things. As I say, they're not all going to be they're not exactly the right sizes, you know. And there may be mistakes as I go along the way as well. Okay. Right. See, I'm just changing this a little bit here. Boom, boom. This is here. That's a knee at the back there anyway, so that's there. It's not perfect, but you get the idea. This one's here. Should be. Oh, it's okay. Get something like that. This character's kind of in the way, but we can just draw over it. It's okay. This character's kind of in the way. Let's just draw it now. Okay, so shoulder line about there. Neck, chin. I'm just going to do the head like it's looking up. Okay. This knee, I'll draw that in. This big thigh. Sorry. Big shape there, and the foot, you know, and the hips are back there, and we can see the other leg. The body's going in like this. He's holding the belly as such. Okay, so that's like that. It's not perfect, but there you go. You got the idea, right? It's very big. I know that thigh, so we can resize it and erase areas just to make it make sense, about like that maybe, you know, just fix it up. But the idea was there, and that just came from our basic stick figure, right? Put a bit of the chin in the chest and some of the artifacts in if you really want to show that. Next one, we'll get this one out of the way. The legs are really long, I must say. Whether it's a woman or not, I'm not too sure, but you know. This arm's going across there. Hands, kind of rough, as you can see. I'm doing it rough purposely, just to work some shapes, just to practice. Okay, that's there. Legs there, body's like that, back there. The chest line will be under there. Bottom of the chin maybe there. And this is definitely a good method of working figures by drawing stick figures, isn't it? It really helps. You can see how it helps. You know, put some lines across there if you want to. Put a little shape on the side to show where the ear is if you want to, when you draw your real characters. Next one I'm going to do here, so put a small head there. Kind of actually needs to be moved. So let's just undo that. Just do it over this side. Just draw it here. Just using that as reference, nearby reference at that. So it's okay. Yes, you can see that. You know there. Neck. Okay, shoulder there. Boom. Okay. Other shoulders there. The body is going to go about here. The back. Everything. Trying to keep everything in kind of good proportions. You know, that's there. So basically, with a bit of understanding and practice, you can do any positions really. Shoulders going across here. Okay, here on the side. Working out that jaw a little bit there. This one. What's this one doing? Oh yes, one hand is here. The arms there, the shoulders on the other side. This hand looks like it's holding a phone. I'll just draw a shape in there to make it look like a phone. You can draw like the finger shape if you want to show where the fingers bend. If you want to do that. Okay, that's there. Back of the arms on this side. Do some shoulder lines. The body's kind of really twisted up in a funny position, I must say. And then this is here, the groin. This leg is going, yeah, it's sitting. That's what it's the perspective as well, isn't it? So these thighs, the perspective going on. This here, can kind of erase part of that to show. So the groin, we see the top of this thigh here. Bottom of that leg under there, and the foot's going down. The head's like they're going to have the ear on the side. He's sitting on a bench or something, like looking up. Maybe you see like sitting on a bench or something like that. See. And the last one is going to be like this, small head. You see, we do smaller shapes, as I say, than what we've actually got there. You know, obviously, we're just working them like correctly. Here's the shoulder, really. So, the person should be looking over this shoulder, not behind it. You're seeing a little bit of muscle kind of like shape when you do it. Going shopping, as I say. So you can like practice putting like items and stuff in the scenes as well. And I say you can see in this one the hips are so high, so we can like arrange that and change it a little bit as we go to make the body just a little bit longer, to make the hips same angle. I'm going to try and keep the angle, of course, but you see, just changing that perspective a little bit, you know. As I say, these are not necessarily men or women, they're just like basic drawn, you know, dummies, okay, for practice. Now I'm not going to change the colour, I'm just going to, but I am going to show them side by side, okay. So let me just see, select, can I do this? No. That's tool, edit, okay. Edit, select all, selection, where is it, hang on, select all, then resize, want to size it, scale it, okay, so let me scale that. I really love this software, and Manga Studio is very good, I must say, it is very useful. Put this down here, yes, apply the transfer, then we're going to go to this one, get rid of that. We'll choose the setting for this. We'll just cut the whole thing out. Let's go. Excuse me. This one. It's really good. You can just select it like that and then go straight to the object. It's like resize things. It's very fast to use. It's a very good software. I mean, it used to be my favourite, and you know I can see why. I mean, it really is great. But I mean, I like Krita. Krita's amazing as well. They're all different. If only you had one software with all the same amazing features, it would be great. So here you can see side by side the two. You know, and I'll save that as an image, as I say. Before I do that, I'll just add a little layer below that. I'll add some colour to those people just really quickly. Just use a pastel or something here. Can I do that? That's the wrong one. I think I'm using a chalk would be better. Let me have a look. You know. Density, bam. Maximize that density. Oh my god, it's like way too small, man. Okay, we still need to use a brush or something different. Hang on. Oil maybe. Okay, oil brush. It's too slow, man. This works way too slow. It really is too slow. I'm going to use another brush then, a sized brush. The brushes work faster, that's the thing. I don't know what it is. It's like just taking ages to like colour small areas. Certain brushes work faster than other ones, you know. See, definitely, I can see that. Let me just go back into the brush. You see that eraser was working so fast there. Let's go to another watercolour maybe. Okay, let's see. Wow, I can't even find one brush that had the speed I want. Let's see, hold on. Oh, this one's good. Okay, use this one, whatever it is. Dense watercolour. Okay. Dense watercolour. It's a good one. Maybe to do with the size of the brushes as well, I'm not too sure. Well, this one works good. And we'll balance them out and have some yellow, some pink or something, or another colour. Just so they're not the same, just so it's easier on the eyes, you know. We'll make this one yellow. These are just dummies, they don't need to have like a lot of detail and everything. All the information is there. Let's ring that line. Just kidding. So where's the colours at? The colours on this side, yeah. You know. So there we go, you know. Good practice, you know, and you can save images like this, save your practice and see for reference. You know, you can look back on all this stuff and what you've done, you know, and it will help you, give you inspiration for future art, maybe when you're not in the mood and all that, you know, and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is what I need to do, I need to get back on that, you know. Let me just take these, excuse me, select the colour with the pen. Now give these ones some eye lines there across the top. Man, it's taking ages. Okay then. Okay. And there's the dudes, man. How do you move the thing? Hold on. That's not it. Okay, good. Okay, good. What's this one? Clear. You're going to clear everything you do that. Huh? So that's the way we're doing it, okay? Well, I'll see you again in the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching.